Very excited for today's episode of Condos and Cars. We're starting out at Gotham Dream Cars with what I would consider a dream guest, Rob Ferretti, the owner of Gotham Dream Cars, as well as the host of Superspeeders on YouTube. And we're going to see an absolute incredible apartment today. We're going to go to 211th Ave, which is also known as the Sky Garage, which brings your car in the elevator up to your floor. So it's going to be an incredible episode. Rob.
There you are.
Pleasure to meet you.
Martin, good to see you.
How was everything?
Good. Welcome to my warehouse. This 2017 Mercedes-Benz AMG GT. You may recognize this from the video where the guy took it on the racetrack and we caught him doing the New York safety
I'm a huge fan of this car. I was really surprised. I had this for a weekend and it really impressed me.
Sure, yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
This car is, I believe, based off of the Viper platform before they discontinued it. So you have a lot of extra space in the front because it was designed for a V10. A very, very sexy and good sounding car. This is a Ferrari 355 Fiorano Spyder, which the Fioranos were the last of the 355s. So this actually has a probably 3x value over what the regular 355s would carry. But good news is you get to pick one. So let's take a look and see what you like.
I already know. I'm going to go with the Lamborghini. We're going to take a ride over to Chelsea.
Okay.
Have an incredible apartment. Designed by a Starchitect, Annabelle Seldorf, 211th Ave.
Okay.
And we're gonna pull into the garage. It's gonna bring us up to the apartment, and then we're gonna take a tour of the apartment. It's the only elevator of its kind in New York City.
So you're talking it's a car elevator.
Car elevator.
The car is gonna go in and go into the apartment.
That's what we're gonna do.
Does that count as part of the square footage?
Good question. I don't know.
Usually in the other seat.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna have anywhere as near of a spirited drive as some of the drives I've seen you on.
No, it's all right. It's all about the time and the place.
That's it. God, these are amazing. I love the red interior on this.
It does. The red and the black, the contrast is nice.
It's so good. I need to fix this seat a little bit here.
It's even got the cup holder here. This is actually the second 2019 Lamborghini I bought inside like 2 weeks.
Okay.
The first one got totaled.
Oh no.
And it wasn't even anyone's fault. It was a guy had it parked on the street and it got hit by a drunk driver. So
I've been watching your YouTube channel for quite some time.
Sure.
And I think one of the videos you're most well known for is the Ford GT.
Yep, running from the cops.
I mean, you gotta keep your eyes in the rearview mirror for him, dude.
Me on the radio. Get off the next exit.
I will, but you gotta tell me if you see him.
Right here. It's funny, like if you're not listening to it and you're not immersed in it, it's like, what are you watching for 5 minutes? As soon as you watch it and you start to get invested in it, you're like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? Like you're in the car with us.
Yeah.
Now, I had a second camera. I was videotaping that whole thing with my real camera.
Okay.
And I was gonna splice it together and everything. I'm like, you know what? Let me just roll with the
give
back
it
camera.
the-
Like why I don't have to Michael Bay this thing.
No.
I mean, I think that's interesting as a standalone clip.
Absolutely.
And it actually was one of the more popular clips I've had.
I mean, at 2 minutes and 6 seconds, it's just one of the most legendary
204.
downshift. 204, okay.
204 is the downshift of downshift.
The legendary downshift.
And it has that Ford GT factory racing exhaust.
So, what was your start into the whole car world?
Well, my start into the car world was I was working at a golf course called Rivervale Country Club.
Okay.
It's in New Jersey. I was doing that when I was in high school. Really wasn't into cars. I went to a private high school, so there was one kid who had like a Porsche. It was a 993 convertible.
Okay.
That's a slick looking car. Like I could acknowledge when there was a slick looking car or not, but I wasn't really into it. Then I had a guy pull up in a Corvette. It was a Tiki Barber or something like that. It was a New York Giant.
Okay.
Pulled up in a 98 Corvette convertible or a 99, whatever it was. And I was like, wow, that's a sleek looking car too. I'm like, you know what? I think I want one of those one day.
Besides the Ford GT, what's another one of your craziest car moments that you've been in?
I mean, we've blown up cars. I've had a bunch of police chases. I think I had a VinWiki story where I went through a couple of the police chases I was on. I used to street race when I was younger, when I had my Corvette back in the day. That's always got some wild stories around it.
I saw that story. You were on the highway in Jersey up there, right? And you guys like shut it down.
State, yep.
Yeah. That was a pretty wild story.
Yeah, then that was my first dabble into like, what am I doing?
There's a sensor that you can mount either on your front license plate or keep it in your glove box and wand it. But as you pull up, it recognizes your car and knows what floor to bring you to. If I told you I wasn't a little nerve-wracked about backing this thing up right now, then I'd be lying, but straight back. Welcome to 211th Avenue, apartment 3N. We have 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 2353 square feet, priced at $6.5 million.
The view in the open space here is absolutely amazing.
We have 15-foot ceilings here, which is super rare in New York City.
I look and say you could put a lift in here, so you just have to figure out how to get the car.
We could fit a few more of your cars in here.
This is what it looks like, I feel like, when you have a professional interior designer design something.
Yes.
This is just that feeling. That's what you get when you spend that extra money.
And you have the sun setting directly right there. So this is a great nook right here to just sit and watch the sunset.
I mean, I'm looking here, and the most underwhelming thing is the television.
Yeah.
Everything else is just so over the top, and
you almost don't even notice the television. There's so much else to look at.
But when you're here, why are you going to turn the television on? You look outside, you've got the vibrancy of New York City operating right outside the window.
It's nice to be on the 3rd floor, though, because you have the tops of the trees, and when you're in season, you have a lot of greenery that you're looking out at.
There's not a lot of apartments with views of trees in New York.
No.
I'll tell you that much.
No.
Trees, water, I mean, you've got a lot here.
There's not a lot of apartments with sightline views of trees that have ceilings this high. Usually ceilings this high are reserved for penthouse levels.
Now, was this always a residential building?
This was built in construction started in 2007.
Okay.
Finishing 08, 09. As we mentioned in the car earlier, Annabelle Seldorf, which is a Starchitect. So it's a pretty significant building. This is the master bedroom. Same views as the living room. Unbelievable closet space here.
Being able to look out this window and wake up to this view is just worth every penny. And then you've got great restaurants in walking distance. I was saying one of my favorite Italian restaurants in the world is right down the block.
Del Posto.
Del Posto is terrific.
And then you have the master bath in here.
This tub, my wife would be a big fan of this tub. Now, I know tubs, and this isn't cheap.
No, it is not. Let's go check out the 2nd bedroom here, which has outdoor space off
Now,
of
this elevator straight from the lobby?
This elevator would take you to the lobby. So if you were not coming in with your vehicle, you would walk in through the lobby and come up and enter right into your apartment here.
There is something about the nicety of having an elevator door open up right into your apartment that you can't describe.
It's incredible.
No shared hallway. You can just sort of... It's just one of those New York things that most people will never even relate to or get, but it's just an awesome
thing. It's the little things in New York real estate.
Yeah. Well, this is nice. So this has the balcony.
Yes.
And
you have a full bath here as well.
Yeah. But then you open up to this awesome balcony with the fire pit here.
The fire pit was custom made for this specific outdoor space.
I mean, when you start checking the boxes that this has a view of the Empire State Building, a view of the river, you can see trees, 15-foot ceilings, you park your car. Right? It's just like there's so much going on here. Having such a large balcony, you can have 15 people out here comfortably and have a party.
Yeah.
Great, thank you for bringing me here.
My pleasure. Let's go do some more driving.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.